today. I don't want to waste no more of our precious time. Give me some good news. Give me some good news today.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Friday. It's Good Friday. It's Good News Day, and it's episode 240 of Infinite Hope. So I am here, and I did invite Stephanie. She's running late, I believe. So I decided to start. I figured I wouldn't keep you lovely people waiting. I did send out the link to some other people to maybe we'll get a couple more guests, but who knows? I figured maybe let's make it a little bit celebratory since it is it's another milestone. So let's celebrate it. Why not? Any excuse to celebrate, really. We need more celebrations in life. So I figured why not? It's also not really extremely hot today, so I don't have iced coffee for the first time in a while. I have actual coffee. Which is really nice to kind of a little bit of a different little different, shaking it up. Yay for milestones. Exactly. Like, any chance to celebrate. It's the same thing in Mexico. I feel like I've kind of adopted the Mexican culture a little bit, because here, any chance to celebrate, you take it, because that's what life is all about, right? The little things, the happy things, the joyous moments. So if you have an excuse to party, take it. And I love that about Mexico. It's a very cool way to live, I think. Also, I wanted to highlight Psychotic Mongoose. Hi, who is here in the chat. Was celebrating a birthday yesterday. I found out on Twitter. So if you're in the chat, wish Psychotic Mongoose a happy birthday. Well, belated one. But happy birthday, Psychotic Mongoose. I wanted to highlight you because you are a very awesome supporter, even though you're psychotic. You're the only psychotic person I allow in my life. So thank you. Thank you for being awesome. And happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to you. We got people on Rumble. We are live on Rumble as well, you guys, as Twitter X, Twix. So make sure you smash the like anywhere you are watching, and share the stream, all that good stuff. Let everyone know what's going on here. I have a huge show today. Huge. It's huge. Lots of good news to cover. We've got lots of good stuff to cover. We've got people rescuing dog dads, rescuing doggies from gators. We've got friends getting struck by lightning and then getting tattoos to commemorate the situation. I mean, there's just so much good news. There's people rescuing people, cops being good cops, doing good things. We've got so much good news. We got kid heroes rescuing people, saving lives, little good humans, tiny good humans. We got lots of good stories. So hang around. We got lots to talk about. We also have DL, or I think it's DL here. What's going on with your name? Deranged Lunatic. I was like, pretty sure that's Deranged Lunatic. I was like, what is that? Hi, DL. Hello. Thank you for being a member for 45 months. Says hello, Nina and Steph and all the good humans. She will be here soon, I'm sure. She's probably just running a little late. But thank you. Thank you for the message. 200 Watt Studios is here. What is going on with everyone's name today? How come yours is 200 Watt Studios 8? 200 Watt Studios is here for $5. Says, it may be the end of June, but as long as we have Nina, it'll never be the end of beauty. Well, at least you didn't say something else that I was thinking you were going to say. This was actually a really nice message. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm so happy See, now I'm curious what it's going to say if I say something in the chat. Let's see. Hi, chat. Oh, mine still says Nina Infinity. Okay, well, I don't know. Darren says, looks like, hold on, let's see. Let me highlight this. Looks like YouTube has tinkered with something. Some names, like they're supposed to be, and many original names generated. Oh, okay. That's weird, but I guess it is what it is. Look, I said hi, chat, to the chat. I'm still Nina. That's funny. Oh no, Spike. You went back to madness. That's no good. That's no good. Oh. I'm sorry. Apparently, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. That's crazy. It's broken. YouTube doing YouTube things. It's broken. We got John Thomas over on Rumble, which the chat there is not broken. I just want to say. John Thomas on Rumble just sent in a Rumble rant. Nina, you need to wait. See this thing smelling out hoe again. That's not good. That's no good. That word hope, man, I tell you. John Thomas, thank you for the $5 on Rumble. Nina, you need to do a compilation of all the silly seals in New Zealand. This silly seal season, they're where new pups start to roam from birthing beaches. Too cute. Oh, that sounds adorable. I love that. Oh, John Thomas, I gotta tell you, man, making compilations is a lot of work. Like, God bless people who do it, but I don't know if I can sit there and make one. But I'll go watch one if, if someone's made one. Oh God, making compilations. That's a whole other thing. What's up, ads? How you doing? Thank you for the $5. Says, damn, the stream started early. Yay, Nina. Is it early? It's not early. Nina, why didn't you join the Jack Show stream? Okay. First of all, the Jack Show is really late. So when you guys were like, get on the stream, I was already in my PJs. I'm already comfortable. I was like, just chilling, watching the show. Sometimes you gotta be part of, like, you don't have to be part of everything. Sometimes you just gotta watch the show, be part of the audience. I've been a fan of the Jack Show for years, way before I became a YouTuber. I was a fan of the Jack Show. So, sometimes you just want to chill, and it's different when you have to be on and you're on camera. It's like, it's different. So that's why I didn't join, because I was already comfy. I was like, I can't go on. I can't, no. Like, go and turn on my computer. And I was like sitting on my couch, all comfy, had some food, some snacks, petting my kitty cat. You know how it is. You know how it is. But I love you guys, and I love those guys. And I'm pretty sure Anna won that competition. Because she's a hobbit, and hobbits can eat. They can eat a lot of food. But thank you for the $5 and requesting that I go on there. It's very sweet. Also, those people are crazy in the best way. Like, I don't want to be associated with them. Just joking. I'm just joking. I love Anna. I hope she's doing well. She didn't seem like she was doing well after eating, like, how many nuggets did she eat? Like 78. I was like tuning in. She was like slowly fading. She's like, she keeps getting further and further away from the camera. It was funny. It was a good time. It was a good time. Let's see. We've got I think 201 Studios just sent in another $5. Thank you. What else could I say when confronted with your visage? Only beauty is the answer. Oh my God. 201 Studios, stop. Oh, wait, no, don't. Good coffee. Thanks, 200-watt Studios. You're always such a good boost of morale. Thank you. Ads. Thank you for the $2. Says it was Nina rest time. Gotcha. Yeah, it was just like it's too late. Like sometimes I have to prepare myself. Like if Anna's like, "You want to come on the Jack show?" and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Like I have to prepare myself. So she has to give me a warning in advance. So I can be like, "All right, I'm going to go on today. Maybe I'll take a nap before the show." I'm getting old now, man. Apparently this is what getting old is like. You just get tired all the time. Oh my God, my chat was like all the way up. I don't know what's going on. Wait, let's see. What's up, Holocron? Well, Anna went for the really crunchy ones first out of 200. Those usually don't have as much meat. That might have helped. Still quite the achievement. Look, she's a hobbit. Hobbits can eat. I believe her. I have zero doubt. I have zero doubt. She's gonna do it. All right, let's get into the stories. Let's get to some of these stories. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see. Hopefully Stephanie will join us soon. Let's start here with these 3 best friends that went on vacation. Thankfully, I don't have to read this story. They were struck by lightning on a girl's trip, then got matching tattoos to remember it. They all seem like, did that just happen? Here we go. This is a funny story. There's the tattoos. You can see the little lightning on their little ankles. Here we go.
The news you count on. Gulf Coast News at 11 on NBC.
What you just heard and saw right there is lightning. 4 women were struck by lightning on Marco Island. And tonight, you're only going to hear from them in an exclusive interview here on Gulf Coast News. Thank you so much for counting on Gulf Coast News.
Well, now you're going to be hearing them here exclusively. Well, not really exclusive, but you're hearing it now on Infinite Hope.
Tonight, I'm Elise Chingari. The 4 women tell us that they are lucky to be alive. That video that you saw, the lightning strike, was also caught by a viewer. Again, the women only spoke with Gulf Coast News reporter Alexa Velez, and they also show Alexa how they decided to get matching tattoos of lightning bolts after this terrifying experience.
Oh my God, that's wild.
This lucky group of ladies from Kentucky say they're still here because of a miracle. This is a girls' trip they'll never forget, and to make it permanent, they're getting matching.
I wouldn't forget it either. Like, I mean, like getting struck by lightning is not something that happens to you every day. that is something else.
Lightning bolt tattoos. What started as a relaxing beach day turned into a moment they can't fully remember.
Rain started coming down. Like there was no thunder, so that's why we stopped.
Take shelter until the rain subsided. Yeah, and we got under
Just a side note, I love their accents.
the tiki, and that's why. 4 women, all from Kentucky, on their first ever trip to Marco Island. Within seconds of taking cover from the storm, lightning struck the tiki hut at the JW Marriott Beach Resort.
I completely fell backwards. Like it's just like it knocked me completely out.
I don't know which accent I love more, this accent or the British accent. I don't think I could ever do this one. Hold on.
It knocked me completely.
Hold on.
I completely fell backwards. Like,
I completely fell backwards. Is this like Mandy's accent? Kind of. Mandy Summers?
it's just like it knocked me completely out. Like I went unconscious, and then when I woke up, like I had a pounding in my head. Like the shock had went through my body. I couldn't hear. I could hardly see. I could barely walk.
The women were knocked
man, that
unconscious.
sucks.
One of them has a bruise on her arm and another behind her ear and back.
I can recall myself just trying to run towards the resort because I knew there was a lot of people there and I couldn't even stand.
People from the resort
Oh
ran
my
to
God,
help
that's so
them.
scary.
Marco Island police says the lightning never hit the women directly, but traveled through the ground after striking the tiki. They were taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
Wow. I feel like if it had hit them directly, they wouldn't be getting tattoos.
So we're here getting lightning bolt tattoos, matching tattoos, to remember our girls' trip and just thank God that we're here to do it.
That they're
We also
alive?
spoke to the woman who caught the strike on camera. She went back to her hotel room after the lightning alarm sounded and unbelievably captured the moment.
Yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking. So there were people under the hut, and so I was a little bit concerned for their safety, but it was so loud that it kind of like jolted me. But yeah, it was really loud.
Yeah, that was loud.
Thankfully, everyone is doing okay and will be going back home with a wild story to tell.
I'm lucky to be here and we're so grateful to be here.
Reporting on Marco Island, I'm Alexa
Wow.
Velez, Gulf Coast News.
What a crazy story. I love stories like this. It's like, God was taking God went to like shooting range for practice. That's what it sounded like. It's like a giant gunshot. But then, these people survived. That's crazy. We've got ads over here for $2. Says Anna eating 71 nuggets was impressive. I mean, have you seen how tiny she is? That's so impressive. I also had no doubt because Hobbit's gonna eat, and she's a Hobbit. We got 200-watt studios here for $2 saying Cecil knocked out EBS with a clip from NYC subway. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't see it. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? I'm like EBS though. Like sometimes some of the things they show on Jack Show, I'm just, like it's a bit much. I'm with EBS. I'm like, okay, I'm out. 200-watt studios for $2 says Alexa strike me with lightning. You're so stupid. The world's biggest hoe. I love that name for $1.99 says those ladies are hotter than the lightning. That's true. They're pretty. They're very pretty. Thank you for that super chat. I just love reading your name. The world's biggest hoe. And it's not a swear word because he's talking about an actual hoe. 201 Studios for $5 says I felt shocked, saw a bright light, zing in my brain, and I couldn't feel my feet and legs after. Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm cracking up on what you have to say today, man. That's funny. Oh my god. What's up, Galadorn? How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, TD. That's so sweet. Nina, how many countries have you lived in? Ooh. 3 countries. That's 3. I stayed in the States for a long period of time, but I never really lived there. Like I lived there for like a couple months, visiting family. But I wouldn't consider that like living somewhere. But I've lived in the States a lot. But lived in Iran, Canada, and Mexico. Now I'm here in Mexico. That's very, very nice. Hey, DS90 Seth, I love you, but we don't talk about politics on this channel. Well, on this show specifically, I should say. Let me correct myself. So thank you for being here and being awesome, but you gotta tone it down because we're trying to like not think about those things on this show. I'm trying not to think about those things. We're trying to think about people surviving lightning strikes and things like that. So I appreciate you. I truly do. But just this show specifically, we try to calm down with those kind of things. Because we got to get away from it sometime, man. I tell you. So instead, we talk about things like this. Let me show you. This is crazy. Look at this. Pinned by a 700-pound boulder. Alaska man survives thanks to his wife. That's crazy. And guess what? I actually found a video of this story, so I don't have to read. Thank God. Thank God. Here we go.
In this picturesque area of southern Alaska, a nightmare.
A search and rescue on a male individual who is trapped under a boulder in the creek.
Kel Morris was out hiking when he became pinned under a 700-pound boulder.
The entire side gave loose, including those large boulders.
That's so scary.
And I went with it.
He fell face down in the 4th of July creek. His wife, Joanna, was by his side.
Just so scary. I mean, the scariest thing ever, because he couldn't see how huge this boulder was.
That's
wild. He was freezing, fading in and out of consciousness.
The water just kept rising, and then that became the critical emergency.
Waiting for help, Morris's wife held his head above the icy water to keep him from drowning.
Aww.
But with help on the way, the couple was nearly impossible to reach. The Seward Fire Department and volunteers tried ATVs. When that didn't work, their only option was a tour helicopter. This wasn't easy.
No, this was definitely one of the more complex calls that a lot of us have been on.
Rescuers used airbags, ropes, and sheer strength, first stabilizing, then lifting the crushing rock.
It's definitely a miracle that he was able to be removed from the situation.
The couple says the ordeal hasn't ruined their love of hiking. But from now on, they will always try to avoid the boulders.
It's a miracle he's alive. Praise God that.
I love the way that the person saying that, like the announcer, they will always try to avoid the boulders. Sorry.
He's alive. Praise God that I have my husband, because it was not looking like I would.
Oh.
And I was told that about 2/3 of the first responders were
Wait, we have to go back to that part.
To avoid, says the ordeal hasn't ruined their love of hiking. But from now on, they will always try to avoid the boulders.
It's a miracle he's alive. Praise God that I have my husband, because it was not looking like I would.
And I was told that about 2/3 of the first responders were all volunteers. Thanks to the volunteer pilot, the rescuers got to them in about 45 minutes. But to get that boulder off, it took them about 3 hours. Kel is home with his wife, and he says they're probably going hiking today. Peter?
No. What?
Yeah, I hope they're careful on the hike. Can you imagine those 3 hours as he's there and they're trying to get that boulder off him? Camila Bernal, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Feels like they need a beach vacation.
I agree.
No more this time, Sam. Yeah, we'll change pace.
Hey, thanks.
I actually agree with that. It's like, you're going to go hiking again. I mean, I guess they tell you, you got to get back on the horse when you fall off of it. But I don't think I could do it that fast. Like, I'd be like, I think I'm going to stay away from hiking for at least a minute. But, all the power to them. They don't, that's a lot of strength. That's good. Like, inner strength. Like, I'm not going to let this stop me and stop the love of what I have. I'm just going to stay away from the boulders. That's what I'm going to do. Jesus, Spike. Ads for $2 says this is our feel good time with Nina. Happy stories. That's right. Happy stories only. Happy stories only. We got 200 Watt Studios for $2 says it was Matt Yarbo stuck under the boulder. Look, I just said we don't want to talk about negative things. 200 Watt Studio. Why you got to bring Matt Yarbo into this? I don't want to think about that guy, although that's not politics, but still, yuck. Thank you for the $2 though. We do have a lovely guest joining us now. Are you good to go? I think she's good to go. She's not on camera, but she's here. It's Stephanie, my nerdy home. Hello.
Hi. Oh my God. So I thought the stream started at 2:00 my time.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
sat down at my desk and I was starting to get ready, and I was looking at YouTube, and I was like, Nina's live? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm getting ready now. I'll be on camera in a bit.
It's okay. I figured you messed up the time because I'm like, she probably messed up the time because I see you on like you're active on Twitter, and I was like, she probably just doesn't realize what time it is. It's all good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm really good. I went on vacation like 2 weeks ago. For just like a
you
total
went somewhere
reset.
awesome.
I
Tell
did.
us
Yeah, I
about
went to
it.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Like,
Hawaii. Yeah.
tell me all about it. Did you pet turtles and
I
swim with them?
did. I didn't pet them. You're not allowed to. But I went snorkeling with sea turtles or around sea turtles. So you can't get like it's a law there that you can't get within 10 feet of them because they're literally everywhere. Especially on the North Shore, which is where I went snorkeling with them. They're just there. They're just
They're
there.
just all there. Did you
It
see
was
any
so
making
amazing.
love?
Oh my God, I wanted to take one home.
Did you see any making love?
No, there weren't any making love.
Oh,
None.
that's okay.
Yeah, there were a couple of them that were just, chilling out on the beach, and there were a ton of them in the water. But I had so much fun. Like, just, oh my gosh, it was just amazing. I was so happy because it's so different than like going to, I don't know, like SeaWorld or something and, seeing them behind the glass.
Yeah, of course. Seeing
Yes,
them
and
in
I was just
their
like, these are wild
natural.
sea turtles. They're just chilling out.
Like I went in Cancun. I went to one of the places too. Like, I didn't do the snorkeling part, which I have snorkeled, but like I didn't go to the part where there's turtles. But there was one thing I did where we go, like kind of like boating around the island. And then like it's like one of those clear boats, so you could see them swimming like underneath the boat, like underneath the, because the boat is clear, like you can see underneath.
Yeah.
And you can see them like swim, and they swim so fast. They're like they were going like they're keeping up with like freaking motorboat, and I was like, I didn't know they swim that fast. Like that is so
they
crazy.
were just chilling though. Yeah. If they come up to you, then that's totally cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
If they
you're
come up
allowed?
to
Are you
you,
allowed to pet them if they come up to you and you're like,
oh, I
"Hi."
totally would have if they did. I would have totally touched them. So if they come up to you, it's totally fine. Like I was kind of like behind them. I wasn't like sort of near them. So I was getting as close as I possibly could. I'm telling you, the law was like 10 feet. I was like a lot closer than 10
You're like
feet.
inching closer. and
Yeah.
closer.
I was like, oh no, the waves are just pushing me. But one of the turtles went up to these two girls, and I was like, dang it, get over here. I was like, come here. And they ended up, they'd like touch the turtle. They didn't even notice it. They didn't even notice it. They were just like hanging out, talking, and it swam up to them. I was like, God dang it. Can't I have that? I want that
Oh,
luck.
that's
But
sad.
I was so happy.
Ad says for $2, a positive attitude goes a long way. It really does. I think so. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I agree with that. That's
You only get one life, Why live it angry
and mean
and resentful? Yeah. Happy
Holocron says Steph is handsy. Oh my. Touch the turtle. That's what I would totally touch the turtle. I'd be like this. So cute.
Oh my God. When I found out we were doing it, like they told me the law and I was just like, I'm gonna touch them. I'm touching them.
You're like, I'm doing it.
Like,
You're
who's gonna
I'll
stop
go
me?
to jail
Nobody.
for
I'm
this.
touching the
That's
turtles.
fine.
And then when we got there, there's this huge sign, that's like, this is the law. I was like, God dang it.
You're like, this is what I'll go to jail for. I mean,
yes, I was like, if I'm
could
going
be
to jail, I'm going to jail touching a turtle.
Yeah.
And then right before I got in the water, there was someone like watching, and they're like, you gotta stay away from the turtles. Stay back. Get back away from them. because people get so excited. They're like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "God dang it!" And they're dressed like everyone else, so I wouldn't even have known.
That's so funny. It's like I can imagine like Steph wanting to run for president one day, and it's like they look into her background and they're like, "Oh no, she has a criminal record for touching turtles." Yeah, that's a good criminal record to have, I tell you.
Oh yeah,
turtles.
like right away. I told my brother, I was like, "I'm gonna go to jail, but I'm gonna go to jail for touching a turtle. Like I'm gonna do it."
I'm doing it.
They're like, "Girl, no." I was like, "I'm touching a turtle."
Oh my god. You know what, ads? I agree with you. I think this show should be way more popular as well. That's why you guys should all share the stream. Sharing is caring. Share the stream and tell everyone what's going on, because most people don't know what's going on, how fun this show is. We can talk, and right now I've got so many good articles. Look at this story. This is such a sweet story. It says 4-year-old credited with saving her teacher's life at Tennessee daycare. This is crazy. I mean, little people, little good humans. Look at how tiny and cute she is. She's so adorable. She saved her teacher's life. I don't have to read this article. Thank God.
Girl is being hailed a hero tonight after paramedics say that her quick actions saved her daycare teacher's life. WSMV4's Steve Mailing spoke with the little girl and her.
Okay, side note, this girl's really pretty. Just side note.
Her very proud mother.
Kendall, can you tell them what happened at school with Miss Ashley?
We're always telling stories of bystanders saving lives, but it's not every day you run into that same story when a 4-year-old is the lifesaver.
I was met at the door, actually a couple teachers, and they were like, "She's our hero for the day." And I'm kind of looking like, what happened?
Meet Kendall Bradley, who at her age already has the mindset of someone much older. Her mother, Taylor, says she's always looking to help her classmates in need.
She just has like this very nurturing spirit about her. So it's shocking, but it's not.
Last Thursday, Kendall was with a couple of her classmates at her daycare in Clarksville when her teacher collapsed and had a seizure.
So
oh my,
that's messed up.
I said the other teacher, she was sick.
The teacher in need of medical help was the only adult in the room at the time. Kendall, however, knew something was wrong and ran to get help. While her mother, Taylor, has been teaching her about her phone number and her home address, responding to a situation like this hadn't yet been talked about.
I never thought to introduce what to do if an emergency arises. So it was a shock to me to see that she knew exactly what to do in a situation like that.
Paramedics arrived and quickly realized that the teacher had stopped breathing twice. She was rushed to the hospital and is recovering, but medics say she's alive thanks to Kendall.
If she hadn't gone and got the assistance, this story could have gone a totally different way. So I'm very proud of her.
Taylor's message for other parents is to encourage their kids, because no matter the age, their awareness shouldn't be underestimated.
They're little, but they may be our savior. So they definitely need to know how to react.
As for Kendall's teacher, she's home recovering.
If your teacher's listening, do you want to say anything to her?
Love you.
For WSMV4, I'm Steve Mailing.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I love you. Oh my God, that is too cute. That little girl is too cute. It's so true. Like, because you have to treat little good humans like, actual big humans, and then like teach them like what you would teach big humans, because they really can't rescue you. Like if they walk in on a bad situation, they should know what to do.
Yeah. At that age, it's actually perfect. I don't think that people know exactly how smart kids are. Yeah, they're dumb. I mean, they're still little and they're still learning. But they're pretty. The way that they retain that information is incredible at that age.
It really is.
Yeah,
it really
which is why it's so sad. Well, I don't want to get into negative stuff, but
let's not get into negatives. Just the part, but that's good. See, you. This is why you're such a great guest. Thank you. I appreciate sticking to the positivity on this one. Ads, thank you for the twos. Shared by my ex account, Phantom Wizard. Well, thank you. That is so sweet. Thank you. Exemplifying the behavior everyone should do. Share the stream, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know, Courtney. She's like, I love you. Oh my God, that was so adorable. Can you imagine being the teacher and like listening to that? I'd be like, my heart has melted. So cute. And this is also true. Adults can be dumb at times, to be fair. This is very this is very true. Lot of dumb adults sometimes. Here is another tiny good human. He's not as tiny as the other one because he's 12, but he's still a tiny good human. He's still a kid. This kid rescued his entire family from fire.
Oh my
Says
goodness.
Romir
Wow.
12, named honorary firefighter, Petersburg hero after saving his grandmother brothers from a house fire. This is actually insane what this kid did because he's 12. And he's a hero. He's an absolute hero.
Get ready, RVA. Tap into Transit Day is coming.
Oh my God, what is
July 8th
this?
to Main Street
Some sort of
Station.
ad.
Bring the whole family for a day of fun food and first rides.
Sorry,
on
guys. You have to
PRTC's
listen to this
brand new
weird ad.
Is that an ad? What is
Yeah.
that?
Transit
Oh,
third floor at
It's like some sort of weird ad.
driveprtc.com.
Okay, here we go.
12-year-old Ramir Parker was at home in Petersburg, Virginia, with his grandmother and two younger brothers when he detected signs of danger.
No signs of smoke or fire Tuesday evening as Ramir Parker stands before Petersburg City Council, listening to his proclamation being read.
Recognizing that he acted with the heart of a first responder and the soul of a protector.
After the proclamation, handshakes and congratulations.
Oh, so proud of you.
The rising seventh grader tells me exactly what happened on the morning of June 3rd when he heard a strange noise.
I go downstairs and it's just black smoke all throughout the house.
Without hesitation, Romir says he goes straight to the couch.
They was on opposite ends of the couch. I grabbed them. I grabbed my 2-year-old brother, and then I grabbed the 1-year-old because the 1-year-old smaller. And I fit him inside my arms, and then we ran out the house.
But getting outside wasn't so simple. Ramir was also working to get his grandmother out, and in front of him,
running through smoke.
And all during this
oh
time,
my gosh.
rapidly spreading throughout the house.
That's so
we
scary.
were there in less than 4 minutes, but that fire had a huge head start.
With smoke and flames, Ramir calmly says why he did what he did in the face of danger.
It's my little brothers. Okay.
Oh.
Because the only thing that matters is that I got my little brothers out the house.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandma.
And there is no
And my
doubt
grandma.
among experts, his bravery that morning.
The bottom line is he saved his family's life.
Demonstrating a level of bravery and presence of mind well beyond his years.
For his bravery, Ramir not only gets a city proclamation, but a job offer as well.
I told him when he turns 18 that he's got a job with us.
For now, Ramir will have to settle for another recent distinction given to him, being named an honorary Petersburg firefighter. In Petersburg, Wayne Koval, CBS 6 News.
That's awesome.
That's
good for
wow,
this
that's
kid.
great.
Good human. Yay. Tiny good human. He's a hero. David Morris is here, and he's been a member for 28 months. I know it's David Morris because thank God for your consistent icon. Because I'd be like, who's Top Cat? Otherwise, he says, call me Mr. Lesbian. I am King Lesbian. That is a reference to a show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lesbian. King Lesbian. King Lesbian. 200 Watt Studios. Thank you for the $5. Says, I had a female teacher that taught CPR. Well, mouth to mouth anyway. Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
200 Watt Studios. Okay, that's it. This comment deserves something.
To
Hold
the
on.
gulag.
That's right. Bad 200 Watt Studios. That's no good. But CPR is good. Psychotic Mongoose gifted a membership to the chat. Thank you so much, Psychotic Mongoose. I appreciate you. Always appreciate you. We also have another membership gifted through the chat by Patrick McCarty. Thank you very much. One lucky recipient received one. And then we got a Rumble rant over on Rumble by John Thomas for $5. Let me see if I can share the screen again. Here we go. Circumstances as to why the kids were where they were is not good, but cheers for the kids. 300 kids FBI in Florida recently freed. That's right. I heard about that. Very bad circumstances, but that is good news that they were rescued. Indeed. It's good when kids get rescued. Thank you, ads, for the $2. Nina's show is reconnecting me with awesome people. Oh, that's good. I like being the person that brings people together. That's awesome. What's up, Cavatano? How you doing? Hello, Aldo.
Hi,
Some
Aldo.
of you guys, I know your names, but then like YouTube is making it like their own. Look, it's Spike and Madness again. Spike went back to madness. He was like, "This is too much for me. I'm actually not cured. I'm going back to madness."
I miss streaming with Nina since we're not doing Toxic Femme over the summer.
Oh yeah, I miss you too. But you're always welcome on this show. You know that.
I'm like Monday nights, like, oh, I got nothing to do.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. We have. Oh, I thought we had another super chat. We have this other story. This is also a hero story. This dude's a big dude though. He's not a tiny human. He's a big human. But he rescued some folks. Storm rolls in, but so does a hero. Jersey Shore man rescues a woman and dogs from capsized kayaks. That is definitely hero's work. And thank God I don't have to read this. Here we go.
So they were on the sandbar across the bay here.
Brennan Ballard had just wrapped up his day at Sea Isle Parasail when he made it his mission to save a woman and her 2 dogs who ended up in the churning back bay after their kayak flipped.
I ran to my little personal boat, got it off the dock, and just went right to the girl who was holding 2 dogs and in a lot of distress.
The ordeal unfolding Thursday evening as storms rolled in, winds picking up significantly.
Immediately got both dogs in, told her to like calm down, take a good breath. She's holding on to the side of my boat, and then just grabbed her arm.
Yeah, you
and
gotta stay
pulled her
calm.
in.
He jumped right in his boat, got right there. Thankfully, it was a great outcome. And if he wasn't there, it could have been horrific.
The woman and the 2 dogs were all wearing life jackets.
Yay.
Brennan says that made a critical difference.
That was the game changer. That's what saved her for sure. Yeah, if she didn't have life jackets, it would have been bad.
He never got the woman's name, but Brennan says she expressed lots of thanks for how he rushed.
What's also amazing is that the dogs were wearing life jackets. That's really responsible of her.
To the rescue.
It was miraculous. He's a true hero.
I saw somebody in trouble and acted.
Ted Greenberg, NBC 10 News.
Woo! Yay, good humans. That's right. It's all
Well
about the good
done.
humans. Well done. Well done, young man. That's really good stuff. And good, yes, wear life jackets when you go out to see people. Also, Spike and Madness says, the madness is ingrained in me, I guess. Won't go away. Thank you again, Patrick, for the gifted membership. What's up, Ian? How you doing? Ian so forth says, we got the dogs in and the woman was still clinging to the side of my boat. Ian went to Africa, you guys. He's been in Africa for a minute. And he's coming to Cancun soon. We're gonna hang out. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, cool.
And let's see. Ian, do you still have your story up so I can show people where you've been? No. Why didn't you put it on your actual page so I could show it? Because the story is expired now, Ian. You failed me in the content. Okay, hold on. We will show this though. Because he went. There's a beach cow. Where he is. And then I think this is. There he is. He's in Africa. He's in the Serengeti. He got to see lions and elephants and
Oh, that's cool.
He got to see all these cool things. And I was gonna show his story, but it's expired because he did like a whole collage of his African trip. It's really cool. The elusive beach cow. A cow on the beach was a highlight. That's amazing. It's a good time, man. That's a good time. Cows love beaches.
Did you see there's a oh my god, I don't even think I liked it or saved it or anything, but cows like jazz music. If you play jazz music, they'll walk up to you.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was just a compilation of cows like loving jazz music. People will play it for them and everything. Like they'll come with instruments and play jazz music for the cows.
Wow.
It's so cute.
I didn't hear about that, but that's so weird because now I'm gonna move up this story that you mentioned this because I do have a story about some animals being entertained by music. So this is kind of related to what you're saying. This isn't technically jazz, but it's kind of awesome because it says kids sing grizzly bear song to real grizzly bears and they respond. And I have been to this exact place. This is in BC, my old neck of the woods. So Darren will know exactly where this is as well. The story is a group of young indigenous drummers from the Squamish Nation known as the Proud Little Warriors is capturing hearts online after a powerful video of them singing grizzly bears on Grouse Mountain went viral. The 10 and 11-year-old performed their traditional grizzly bear song near the bear's habitat safely behind the fence. To their amazement, the bears slowly approached, seemingly drawn by their song. I felt so blessed when they came really close, one of the young drummers told CBC. Another added, it's all about singing and honoring the animals that we're singing for. This is really cool. So here we go. The bear's like, what? What's going on over there? Yeah, it's this bear is hungry. Like, oh, I'm gonna go check out those. No, yeah, the bear is like, those are my fans. A song.
Keep singing.
That's cool.
No way. Coming over to this one. Just sing us in from.
They're all like, oh, he's coming over. Just keep singing. He's slowly like mogering over. And what's going on? He's so cute.
That's so cute.
Oh. Look, the other one showed up too. That's so cute. I was really hoping he'd sit down because that would be funny. This one's like, I'm gonna go for a swim. Oh, I think they understand. They're like, oh, the humans revere us. They're putting on a concert.
Silence touch.
So it's funny because then they just kind of hang out because this video is kind of long. But then they just kind of hang out, and then that one bear goes for a swim, and he's just like, "Hey, you guys keep singing, please."
Look at how they're watching.
See, the interesting part about this video is that, like, one of the things you kind of learn about is actually like to make noise, to make bears go away. Like you're supposed to like clap and like make loud noises for them to go away. But these bears are like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Well, they're kind of stuck there. They're kind of stuck there. So
yeah, they are. They're behind a fence. That's it.
unless
It's like
they
a
go
bear
underneath the
sanctuary.
water. But
Like underneath. Yeah, no. It's like a bear sanctuary there. So like where the fence is, that's where like the humans are not allowed to go, but like beyond that is basically mountains. So it's the wild, so they can go and like leave and go to the mountains. It's pretty cool. Yeah, bears turned into the audience. That was like, oh, I think this is meant for us. Yeah, the bear was jamming, man. He was like, "What's this? This is my song." He's like, "This is my song." What's up, Steel? Like, how you doing for $5? Says Busch Gardens soon to help get my knees better and work on my health. We'll be streaming from there. So proud of you two kind ladies. Just hit 693 subs. Yay! Good for you, Steel Leg. And that's awesome that they're gonna help get your knees better, man. That's good. So thanks for the update. Wishing you all the best. John Thomas over on Rumble sent in another Rumble rant for $5. Says, is it considered good news that the Liver King crashed out and threatened Joe Rogan? No, that's not good news. That's just like people being crazy, man.
I said to Beard, I was like, why do I see you in like 30 years?
He does kind of look like Beardo.
And it didn't
it's
like
the
help.
beard.
And we did a stream last night and he was wearing a chain. I was like, oh no, Beardo.
You're like, nah, that doesn't look good.
He's like, I was hoping nobody would notice. Like, that's the first thing I saw.
Yeah. Ian so far says, go to the mountains when the music is off. Yeah, they're like, okay, the concert's over. Let's go to the mountains now. But yeah, like, I mean, it's so funny because Beardo does kind of look like that guy.
So funny.
It's funny when people look like people. You're like, that guy looks
like Beardo. That's you in 30 years.
That's like me when every time I see John and I'm like, or like Vin Diesel or like Macklemore, I'm like, they're like brothers. Oh my God, Ian, thank you so much for the 50. He says the Bears really love that music. Say people behind the fence. Look, they did love the music. They approached, they were like, what's going on? This is our song. Because usually they run away. They don't like loud noises. I think they like the harmony. Because like they were just, they're banging the drum with the harmony. It's not like erratic sounds of get the fuck out of here, Bears. Oh shoot, I swore. I'm not supposed to do that on this show. People on Rumble are saying Beardo is not gay. Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with it if he is. There's nothing wrong with that. Ian, thank you so much, man. That is incredibly generous. Thank you. Wow. Spike says because their food usually never calls them over, Nina. They're usually scared of they're usually scared of noise. They're like the kids are like, please come eat me. Please come eat me. Holocron Library Frog says, I wonder if Beardo will ever stop acting like the new guy. I don't watch enough of his content to be able to answer that question. Stephanie?
Well, I don't watch Beardo. He knows. I'm so busy with so many things.
Oh, that's funny.
He does a lot of gaming, so I don't watch a lot of gaming.
Oh my god. Oh yay. That's really sweet. Hold on. Let me highlight someone over on the main defender. What's going on? Let's see. Hold on. I gotta first of all, that's right. Godspeed. What? I can't find this guy's comment. You know when like Rumble just like blends in. Where is it? I'm just gonna read it off here. He says, my second week finding the stream, but I'm on the road and about to lose service for 30 minutes. Total bummer. Oh, well, you know what? Thanks for joining us, man. That's awesome. Just be safe out there. Safe travels.
Yeah, safe travels. I hate when you reach those dead zone spots.
Yeah.
You know, when you're traveling, like I can't stand it when that happens. So I just like turn up the radio and just start singing.
Yeah, I love singing on the road. Well, I love singing in general. I'm always singing. I've never seen Beardo, says Ann
in my car.
Oh my god, me too. Ian so forth says I've never seen Beardo. How have you never seen Beardo? He's the Beardo guy on Geeks and Gamers. I mean, he's pretty hard to miss. He's got a massive beard. That's why everybody calls him Beardo. Okay, this next story is freaking wild. And I definitely do not suggest anyone do what this guy did, but at the same time, I definitely would do what this guy did. So just keep that in mind. It says, I wasn't going home without him. Man rescues dog from Gator's grip. This is dog dad hero in action. I mean, this is crazy. Crazy story.
Dogs are often called man's best friend. And for one Southport man, that bond meant risking his own life. As WWAY's Ava Dorn reports, the man went to great lengths to rescue his dog from something below the surface of his pond.
I yelled out Strike's name as loud as I could, which normally when I do that, he comes running. He didn't come running. I started running.
Last week, Bonner Herring was working in his garden on land that's been in his family since the 1950s. He knows the property well, especially the pond and all the wildlife that call it home.
Maybe a month ago, one in the 7 or 8 foot range showed up, and that's a much bigger gator.
My God, that's massive.
So I monitored him, and I usually would see him. I'd usually see him on this southern shore. You know, that's where they warm up and start their day.
On this morning, Herring skipped his routine scan of the pond.
So I let Strike out. Started working in the garden. Strike's by my side as he always is.
5 minutes turned into 45 until a sound cut through the stillness.
And I was almost done with my work. And I heard Strike let out a yell like I've never heard him yell before in my life. And I heard a splash. And immediately I knew exactly what it was. There was no hesitation on my part. 100% knew what had happened.
That's when he did something drastic.
Picked up that brake. I could see ripples in the water. I ran that direction.
He saw his dog's head above water, being pulled further away from shore.
God,
it was definitely way further than I wanted it to be. And I remember when I jumped in the lake, I thought to myself, why in the heck does this thing have to be so deep? Because I was not touching the bottom.
Herring knew he had to act fast.
He just had this look of, please do something, Daddy.
Oh
please
my God.
Oh my gosh.
And anyway, I made the decision that I was not going home without him.
Herring fought to free Strike from the Gator's grip, and held the dog under his arm. But with Strike's leg injured and no footing beneath Herring,
Oh
getting
my
back to shore wasn't
God.
easy, especially when the Gator surfaced again.
He took a big inhale, puffed up himself, postured, showed me how big he was. He was much bigger than any gator I've ever seen in this lake, ever.
They made it to shore, and while he says he'd do it again,
He made it.
And basically what I did was everything you don't want to do. And I don't want by any means to promote behaving the way I behave, because an alligator, I don't care who you are, how tough you are, how strong you are no match for a mature boar alligator like this one was. And I'm just the exception. I'm lucky.
In Brunswick County, Ava Dorn, WWAY News.
Oh
What a
my
brave man.
God.
We also spoke with John Henry Harrelson, a District 4 wildlife biologist with the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission, about their new Gator Wise program. And he says if your property backs up to a pond or lake, always assume an alligator could be in the water and always keep pets away from the shoreline. Harrelson says that dogs fall into the prey category because gators they're similar in size to a deer or fawn, especially smaller or medium-sized dogs like Strike.
Poor doggies. Protect them from the gators. Don't let them go near the waters if you're in like Florida or places like this. My goodness.
He's lucky that dog was big, because if it had been a small dog, you wouldn't have found it ever again.
Oh,
my
no,
gosh.
that would have been like a one bite, like it's over.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, the part where he's like, he was looking at me like, Daddy, please do something.
Daddy, help me. Oh my gosh.
I would have jumped in immediately. Like, I don't even care. I'd be like, well, guess I'm losing an arm. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what could happen, but I'm not letting my freaking dog die like this.
No.
Ads for $5 says you're confined only by what the walls you build yourself. Andrew Murphy. Wow, that's a good quote. This is true. It's true. Also for $2, ad says never smile at a crocodile. That's yeah. Well, they can eat you. But yeah, I don't like. It's so funny because he's like, don't do what I did, but I wasn't gonna let this shit go.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, that's me.
It's incredible, like the adrenaline that pumps through you and the things you're willing to do when something happens to, like any member of your family, even pets.
Yeah, because
Like
they are a member of your family.
Yeah, that human spirit that's just like, nope, I'm not going to do that. Especially like with men, because I don't know. I know, like with women, like if anything happens to their children, like they get that same rush of adrenaline, but it can.
Well,
totally
women do it too. There was I covered a story actually a couple weeks ago that some Florida woman did basically the exact same thing. She got bit though, like she got
Oh my
her
goodness.
hand got messed up, and but she had like because the gator bit her hand as well.
Yeah.
But she rescued the dog, and it was a bigger dog. Again, it was like the same size as this dog.
That
And
human spirit. Ugh,
yeah, she
it's
went in. She was
amazing.
like, I wasn't gonna let my freaking dog go.
Mhm.
I get that. I mean, I definitely, it's not something I promote doing. My promotion is more like, don't walk around there like with your dogs. Just, be very vigilant. Have your dog on a leash at all times, just be safe. That kind of thing.
That's crazy. That's the one day that he didn't look.
I know. That's what happens. The one time. This next story is very sweet. I love this next story. Ads for $5 says success is going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. That's also a good quote. Very good quote. Thank you. I like all these positive quotes you're sending in. You don't promote pet rescue, Nina? No, I don't promote going up against a gator. I say like, try to avoid having to like wrestle a gator by not walking your pet near ponds like that if you're in a gator infested area, or having them on a leash, or picking them up if they're tiny. If you're walking around there, like just pick up the dog. Don't put yourself in that position. You know what, Spike? you know what? Why don't you just how dare you, sir? How dare you? You know how much I love the doggies. But no, seriously, like just be safe, people. Be safe. This next story, I'm sure Steph is gonna love this guy. I know I do. Yay. This is very cute. Massachusetts police officer wear unicorn helmet to teach kids bike safety. This dude right here. It says the East Bridgewater Police Department, Massachusetts, is getting well-deserved praise after a heartwarming and humorous display of community engagement. Look at him.
Oh my god!
I mean, look, this is the best. This is what you do. You gotta practice bike safety, people. So recently, officers visited Candace. I can say this.
Cadence?
I was gonna say academy, and I was like, academy. My brain was like, wait, what is this word again? Academy, to teach young children about bike and summer safety. Detective Cassiotre? That's a cool name. School resource officer.
Cassiator. I don't know.
Cassiator?
Cassiatore. I don't know. That's how it sounds.
Cassiatore. School resource officer Connor with K9 Morgan officer Corey McLaughlin.
McLaughlin?
McLaughlin. I like McLaughlin. That's a good name. McLaughlin and admin Misselli. Wow, there's so many weird names. All took part in the effort, but it was Officer McLaughlin who stole the show and the hearts by donning a unicorn-themed helmet and riding a small pink bike to make the lesson extra fun and memorable for the kids. There he is, just doing the best he can. And that wasn't even his first act of kindness that day. Before arriving at the event, Officer McLaughlin pulled over to help a stranded driver change a flat tire. I love when I get a phone call from someone praising one of my officers, says Police Chief Jenkins. This wasn't the first time Officer McLaughlin has stopped to help someone in need. There he is, just being the best police officer he can be. After lending a hand on the roadside, McLaughlin made it just in time to teach the kids about safety, unicorn helmet, and all. The department shared photos of the event on Facebook, commending all involved for the dedication to the community. I mean, that's definitely dedication, Stephanie. Don't you think so?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a way to make it fun for kids, which is cool. I wonder if he's a dad. If he's a dad, like
I bet he's a dad. He's got to be a dad because, like, or at least an uncle. I feel like he's either got dad energy or uncle energy. Oh, hey, you're on camera
he
now.
knows how to relate to kids and make it fun for them.
Yeah, you're on camera now. I'm like, hi.
I would have been on camera sooner, but I got distracted.
Oh, it's okay.
I normally do.
It's okay.
Yeah. Usually, it would have taken me like 10 minutes to just get myself together, but I got distracted.
It's all good. Hey, Russell Hall is here for $2. It's pronounced clitoris.
No,
hey, we're not talking about. Look, we're not talking about female anatomy, Russell. That's another day, another time. It's not what we're not talking about that right now. But thank you for the $2. Ads says for $10, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you're at peace, you are living in the present. Lao Tzu. Oh my God, I love these quotes ads.
I need to be at peace. I feel like I'm a little anxious.
Yeah, I got to be more at peace as well. John Thomas over. Thank you again, ads. That's awesome. Thank you. John Thomas over on Rumble sends in $5 saying, Nina, have you ever checked out Jess of the Shire YouTube channel? Lots of Lord of the Ring, lots of token lore and similar stuff. She's very knowledgeable, really cute, positive, and soothing. No, I have not checked out Jess of the Shire. I will have to check that out. Have you ever heard of Jess of the Shire before?
Nope.
Well, there you go. Maybe we can check that out. Let me bring up her YouTube channel. What is it? Jess of the Shire. We can check that out. Jess of the Shire. Oh, she does look cute. Hold on, let me see. Let me share my screen here so you guys can see what we're looking at. There she is. She seems very cute. Subscribed.
Do you have a oh my god. I don't know.
Do you need CPR?
I just choked on my spit. What the fuck? Do you have a cozy Jesus, I'm all over the place. Do you have a cozy like a streamer that you watch or a cozy YouTube channel you can just put on in the background and just listen to?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think. Not really.
No, not at all.
Most a lot of times I do that with Anna's art streams. Like I'll just I watch her draw, especially when she's doing her eye paintings and stuff like that. But I do enjoy watching people draw or create things and things like that. Those are fun to watch for me. Those are what about you? What's your favorite?
That's
cozy
funny
channel?
because mine is a drawing stream too. Well, not a stream, but it's a channel. And she was gone for a really long time. And she just recently came back. She was gone for I don't know, over a year and a half. And she's got a huge channel. It's Drawing with Waffles. I love that
Drawing with
channel. She's so
Waffles?
cute. Yeah, she's so adorable. It's just her voice and the things that she draws is just adorable. I can just put her on in the background, while I'm doing something else and just have a playlist of hers going. It's just a cozy thing just to have on.
Yeah.
And it's her even though you don't see her face, it's just her hands and she's drawing stuff. But it's just her voice, her spirit. It's really cute. I love watching her, and she's back. And I just I got really excited because I was like, oh my gosh, look, someone's back.
Subscribed.
I love Drawing with Waffles. She's so cute. It's just these videos that you can just watch and smile.
I like that kind of stuff. I just like I said, that's why I like Anna's streams because it's really chill and she'll just it's weird to get kind of lost in. The weird part is when Anna makes when she's drawing, I love the drawing part, but I actually love the part where she's creating the paint, where she's creating what paint she's gonna use, because sometimes she'll mix paints together and stuff like that, on her easel and everything. And I think that's really soothing. I don't know why. I'm why do I enjoy watching paint mix? I wish I could smell it. That's for a different reason. I like the smell of paint, okay? It smells good.
What the fuck, Nina?
Don't you judge me.
I want to kill my brain cells. I want to be a paint sniffer.
Shut up, Ian.
Oh my gosh.
I like sniffing paint. So it's fun. Thank you for the $2, Russell Hall.
thinner.
Wait, you want to smell paint? Have you never smelled paint before? It's sniffing glue. It makes you dizzy.
Wait, Nina. worse. I'm joking.
$5. Thank you, Dad.
I love sniffing paint. It makes me dizzy.
You know what's funny? We'll come back to this ads. You know what's funny? Is like I'm one of the only people that loves the smell of gasoline. Like when you go to like a gas station and it smells like gasoline, I'm like,
No, I actually
gas
like
in
that
the
smell
morning.
too. No, I actually yeah, I like that smell too. I've liked it since I was a kid, which is weird. And like I've
Because it
never
smells good.
it's so weird. I'm just like fresh
Yeah.
air.
Exactly.
I wonder if it's like this thing because it's I wonder if it's this thing because it makes other people like gag, like they hate the smell of gasoline.
Yeah.
There's certain people that like love the smell of gasoline.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
See, Courtney's one of us. Oh, I love the smell of gasoline. See, that's what I'm talking about. There's like, I don't know, there's this thing about it. You're like, Now, too much is bad. Like after a while, you get dizzy and you're like, oh no. But like for the
Like just going
moment,
and pumping gas in your car, I'm not like my nose is not offended by the smell of gasoline. I'm just
exactly,
like,
exactly.
Not a big deal.
I do like the smell of gas too, says Spike. See, that's what I'm talking about. John Thomas disagrees. No, that's weird.
I wonder if it's this thing where it's the same with like cilantro, how some people think it tastes like soap and other people like love the taste of cilantro. I don't like cilantro.
I love cilantro. That's
Yeah,
so
I can't
weird.
stand it. I feel it tastes so gross to me. I've tried it on so many meals and I've tried it like in different ways and I can always taste the cilantro. Like I know it's there. Even if
That's
it's, like,
how I
chopped
feel
up, I can
about
always
that.
taste it.
That's how I feel about cauliflower. I cannot stand cauliflower. And then like anything I eat that has cauliflower in it, like, and everyone's like, oh, just, taste these chips that has cauliflower chips. You'll never taste it though. Literally the second I put it in my mouth, I'm like, I want to throw up because it tastes like freaking cauliflower.
I love cauliflower. That's funny. But yeah, cilantro tastes like soap. I can always like pinpoint it when it's in my food. I was like, oh, nope, taking it out. It's so weird.
That is weird. That is weird. Russell Hall, thank you for the 2. Wait, what do you want to smell? Okay, we got that one already. Thank you. Ads for 5. He says, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. Oh, man, that's a good quote, too. Keep them coming, ads. That's awesome. Russell Hall for 2 says, oh, sorry, I thought you said taint. No. That's you, bro. Quit projecting on me. Thank you, Psychotic Mongoose for the 2. Says this stream has been nicely derailed. Thanks, Nina. You're welcome. Hey,
with your paint sniffing.
It's all about the laughter. As long as I can make you guys laugh, that's all it's what it's about. You're supposed to get away from it all and remember that, we can laugh at stupid things like paint sniffing. Russell for 2 says cauliflower doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like cauliflowers.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything. Cauliflower doesn't taste. It usually like absorbs the taste of something else of whatever like food it's in. Like if it's in
yeah,
broth,
it takes the
absorb that.
food over and it tastes like shit. That's exactly what it is. That's right, Stephanie. You're
I
right.
love cauliflower. It's good.
My husband loves it too, and I'm like, it's never going in our food. So say goodbye to cauliflower. He's always like, oh. Thank you, Ian. My goodness. Thank you for 25 pounds. That is really generous. Thank you. I hate the smell of what? Cruciferous vegetables, but I love gasoline and paint. Mad Max and me. I don't deny any of that.
Cruciferous vegetables are broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts.
I like
They're in that
broccoli.
category.
Yeah,
I love
like
broccoli.
I like broccoli. That's the only one I don't like is cauliflower. I've never liked since I was a kid. I've been like, blech, like ew, get out of here.
I like
ask my mom.
broccoli. Like I'll buy like a what do they call it? What do they call broccoli? Like when you buy a bunch of broccoli,
bush? Like a
bush
bushel?
of broccoli. And I can like just tear pieces off and eat it raw. I love
Same.
broccoli.
I love I love broccoli too. The funny part is my husband doesn't like broccoli, but he likes cauliflower. So we're the opposite.
Have you ever
And I'm
tried
like,
Brussels sprouts? I've never tried Brussels sprouts.
I have tried Brussels sprouts. They're disgusting. But then again, I feel like I may have changed taste buds a little bit because it's been like years since I've tried it. So I feel like maybe I'll like it now. Because you know, when you grow older, like your taste buds change after
They
a while.
do, yeah. I think they spread apart as you get older. Your taste buds spread apart or something. That's why like kids will taste things differently because their taste buds are so close together. So like something that tasted disgusting to you, like mustard when you were younger, you end up loving when you're older.
Yeah, it's weird. That has happened to me before, but it hasn't happened with cauliflower. I've tried it so many times as an adult, and I've still been like, blech, gross. But thank you, Ian. You're absolutely right about that. Ads for $5 says, once you chose hope, once you choose hope, anything is possible. Christopher Reeve. Oh, that's right.
That's
I
very
love-
true. Like, and your attitude will change as well. Cause I think I went through like, I don't know, a year where I was just like, oh, I hate everyone and everything. That's like, I was like, I'm just gonna start being more positive and just being myself again. And then, yeah, it completely changes. You just like walk around with a more positive attitude. Like you could still, have an opinion and hate things around you, but just like look at the brighter side.
Yeah. I mean, like I hate a lot of things around me. All the time on the news. That's why I talk about that on Wednesday. But that's why I say that about because that's objective reality. I talk about objective reality all the time because there's positive and negative things in our life. So but like at the end of the day, you just gotta either look at the cup half full or you can look at it half empty. And I choose to look at it half full and remember that there's still good things going on, even when there's bad things going on. I try to remind myself that. Sometimes it gets really difficult though. Like really, really difficult.
Oh, for sure. It's so easy to just like go down this negative spiral. And I think that that's why like a lot of people crash out on TikTok, especially like a lot of liberals. Because if they're just consuming all of that negative content and don't break it up with anything positive, like that's when you see them crash out and start yelling and crying, and because they're literally thinking that the world is just falling apart around them, and like they're living in that reality. But yeah, you have to break it up with some good stuff, which is why the show is so good. It's positive. You have to break up all that negative stuff with positivity.
Yeah,
that way
and sometimes just go offline, like go swim with the turtles. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Yeah, what's funny with that is that like I didn't tell anybody that I was going on vacation. I was just like, hey, I'm gonna be gone. No streams this week. Because and I think like I even nobody knew like where I went until I posted it. I think like only 4 people knew where I went because I told them like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be here next week. I'm going here. And they're like, wait, what? You're like nobody knew. I was like, I'm just taking a break. Like I want to.
I found out when you posted your story, and I was like, wait, you were swimming with the turtles, and you didn't even tell me. What?
Yeah, like nobody knew. It's so good just to like. I was like, I'm just gonna stay away, and I didn't really post where I was or anything. I was just going off and having a good time.
Would you like to share some photos of you and the turtles?
Oh yeah, they're on Instagram. Well, some of them are, but yeah, they're on. I shared my trip on Instagram. It was a lot of fun. But you get lost sort of like in your phone a lot, and so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go have fun, and really sort of like be in the moment because I've never been to Hawaii. And I really wanted to just soak in everything. Oh my gosh, once you're there, I was like, I could live here. I could totally live here. It's amazing. And the weather there was amazing as well. Like the locals were like, it's so hot because it's summer, and I'm just like, it feels amazing. What are you talking about? So outside of my hotel, every single night, our hotel hosts a luau. And I didn't go to the luau, but right on the balcony, I would watch it every night because it was just there. Like you could see it. Yeah.
Look
and
at
I saw
her hair. You have such pretty hair.
Yeah, I didn't straighten it or anything. I just let the waves fly. But But I went on this tour of the entire island, and it was just gorgeous. I went to the Jurassic Park location too, where they filmed Jurassic Park because it was on the island, and it was really neat. Oh, it was so nice. This was
that's
really cool.
Lovely. This looks Japanese.
It is.
Ooh.
It is. I think that,
What is it?
It's in connection with Pearl Harbor.
I see.
That was like a peace offering or something like that. I can't really remember, to be honest, but yeah, it was in connection with Pearl Harbor. They even brought over family, or some families said that, like, yeah, because like I can't remember. I'll tell you later once I remember it. I don't want to say it.
Okay, no worries. No worries. You're not on pressure to like teach a class. Don't worry about it. This is cool though.
I went shark diving.
You went shark diving? What kind of shark?
I went in the shark. Yeah, I went shark diving.
Is it like the friendly sharks or like the great white ones?
They're not great whites. They're smaller sharks. So they're Galapagos sharks. There's another shark that I can't remember what they're called, and tiger sharks are in that area as well. But I didn't see any tiger sharks, which kind of sucks. But then again, I was panicking the whole time, so I could have seen a tiger shark and just not known.
Oh my God, you're so brave. I hate sharks. They're crazy.
It was terrifying. Like and those are they're big, they're huge, and I can't imagine seeing a great white because those sharks were already big.
Is that when you go into the cage and they come and like hit you with the cage?
No, they're not doing that. They didn't like chum the water or anything like that. But yeah, they were swimming around the cage.
Oh my God, that's scary. Oh
yeah, I think the hardest part of that was that I thought that the cage was gonna stay by the boat. Because when we got in, like, I didn't look at what they were doing with the cage. So like the cage was right next to the boat, right? And it was funny because like on the steps, they had this red strip and they're like, don't step on this red strip. I can't remember what they said it, but like they made a rhyme. They made a rhyme that's like that ended in death. And I was just like, oh my God. Oh no, it was red is dead. It was red is dead. They're like,
red is dead.
Red is dead. You will slip and fall into the ocean. Red is dead. I was like, holy fuck. Okay.
But you know what? Red is dead for the ocean as well, because when you have the red flags on the beach, you're not supposed to go in. So red is dead when it has to do with the ocean.
Yeah, but the hardest part in there was that, like, I thought that the cage was going to be by the boat. Because when you get in, the cage is by the boat, and it's not. They push the cage out into the ocean. Yeah, they push it into the ocean. And so I didn't notice that they did that until I don't even know, until like maybe 5 minutes before they pulled us in. So I was like underwater and I was looking at the sharks, and then I came up and I looked over and the boat was far away.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
And I was already like panicking. I was already so scared. And you have to, they tell you, because you're in there with like I was in there with 6 other people. And so they're like, try and keep your legs straight down. Try and like stay straight. You don't want to, kick your legs to the back because you might kick someone behind you. The cages aren't very big. And so that was the hardest part. And so I kept like looking down to see like, how do I keep my feet straight, pencil down? Because they kept, floating up behind me. And then like at one point my leg like slipped and it went outside the cage.
Oh my God.
I'm scared. But it was a lot.
So scary. Hi, script doctor. Why are you dressed like the devil?
What? It's not infinite despair?
No, it's infinite hope. What are you doing?
Okay, sorry. One sec.
You need a halo or something.
There we go.
And a beer too.
There we go. All right, there we go. Congratulations. How's it going?
Yeah.
Hi, thanks. It's going well. We were just listening to Stephanie's recanting her trip to Hawaii. She was swimming with the sharks in this cage, and they were telling her to keep her feet down, and she didn't. So they chomped it off, right?
Yeah,
that's what I got. Now you have a peg leg.
It'd be great for pirate cosplay.
Yep.
That would be. That would be. Steel leg. She's one of you now. She got a peg leg because she went.
Peg leg.
She like got the sharks to bite it off. There's more pictures of her trip. Ooh, I love these things. We have these things here too.
It was good.
In Cancun.
Coconut juice.
Wait, are these the sharks?
Yeah, those are the sharks.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Yeah. They were actually playing with them on the boat. So like that's a bottle of it's just a bottle of water and they would throw it and the sharks would come and investigate what it was.
Oh my God.
Is it food? No, it's just it's just what we're surrounded by.
This is more water. How are you doing, Script Doctor?
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, just was out and about in the city, and I just came home to cool off a little bit. And I'm glad I got all my errands and tasks done for the day, so I could come in here and ring in the 240th episode.
Yay! Yay! I'm so happy you're here. Look at the turtle. It's Turtle Love. Oh, he's so cute.
I would have
That's a
gone to
good
jail for
picture.
that turtle.
You took a good picture. This is a good capture.
Mm-hmm.
The turtle would have waited for you because even if you had a lifetime sentence, it'd still be alive.
It would be. That's one of the reasons I love
true.
turtles so much, that they live for so long.
That is so
They've seen
true.
a lot.
Oh wait, that's not there's no more turtles in that one. Okay. Everybody follow Stephanie's Instagram as well. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. She's got a really good Instagram. She makes funny stories all the time. So if you're not following her on there, go ahead and do that. I'm going to put it on Rumble as well. Here we go. And speaking of Rumble, we have a Rumble rant from Main Defender for $10. Thank you so much. Says, I shout out Nina Infinity and others on my pre-launch introduction video for inspiring me to follow in your footsteps with Rumble channel. I love each and every one of you. Main Defender, I'm going to have to check that out. What a sweet thing to say. Hold on. Let me bring in. There it is. There's the Rumble rant. Thank you so much. My goodness. Is your channel called Main Defender on Rumble? Is that what I have to check out? Let me know. Russell Hall, thank you for the $2. Says, have you tried putting cheese on your cauliflower? Yeah, no, nothing works. Nothing works. Again, for another $2. Christopher Reeve never walked again. Just saying. that is so mean. Russell Hall.
Actually, he did walk. He walked one time after he got paralyzed. There's a big news conference about it. It was assisted walking, but it was him being able to move his legs on a treadmill.
That's amazing. Thanks for balancing that out, Script Doctor. And for Russell Hall, this is for you.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thank you, ads for $2. Says Nina is our beacon of positivity. Thank you so much. I love when people call me that. Russell Hall for $2. Turtles live long time, but they're dumb as dirt. Wow, they're not that dumb. They're pretty smart actually. I've seen turtles do really smart stuff usually on like some videos. Ian So Forth says Russell's right. Turtles are paint sniffing.
No.
You know what, Ian? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Steel Leg of History, thank you for the $5. Says, I got the pass for Busch Gardens that let me take folks with me. So if you ever want to go any of your, if you ever want to go any of your 3, let me know. I can for free. Be blessed. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a very sweet gesture. Thank you. I appreciate that. We have more stories to talk about. Here is another police officer story. This is actually about an initiative that they're doing. I like this initiative. There's always like really negative news about the police on out there, So I like covering positive news about the police, like when they do stuff like this. Police officers are handing out more citations, but this time it's for good deeds. In a refreshing twist on traditional policing, officers across the United States are ramping up citations, not for speeding or infractions, but for kindness. Through a nonprofit called Kindness 911, law enforcement officers are recognizing everyday heroes with kindness citations, celebrating selfless acts instead of punishing bad behavior. Kindness 911 is a nonprofit support organization helping law enforcement and fire agencies connect more deeply with the communities they serve. Their mission to spotlight individuals and groups making genuine positive impact and to do it in a way that spreads even more good. Here's how it works. If an officer spots someone doing something kind, whether it's helping a stranger or going out of their way to brighten someone's day, they may issue a kindness citation. The recipient can go online to enter their citation number and share their story. Kindness 911 then features their act of kindness on social media and donates to a charity in their honor. One heartwarming example comes from what word is this? Duchess? Desuches? What is this? Script doctor?
The
You can
Shoots?
read. Deschutes.
Deschutes.
Deschutes County, Oregon, where Deputy Gregory responded. Deputy Gregory responded to a unique call and inquired an injured squirrel stunned in the middle of the road, unable to leave her district to transport the animal to Wildlife Hospital. She was approached by Susan and her son Sam, who were walking a dog nearby. Without hesitation, the pair offered to drive the squirrel more than 30 minutes to the rescue center. Their selfless compassion earned them a kindness citation and heartfelt thank you from the deputy. It was wonderful to see the softer side of the police force. Susan later said, It made me want to spread more kindness. These are the squirrel people. They rescued the squirrel, Susan and Sam. Other recent citations include a grocery store worker who paid a stranger's food out of pocket, a custodian who lovingly cared for the office's neglected plants on her own time, and a Dutch Bros coffee employee who went out of his way to greet every customer, human and animal alike, with joy and compassion. From coffee shop employees to hotel greeters, people across the country and beyond are being celebrated for making a world just a little bit better. We put this uniform on, and some think that we become different people, said Officer Ed Richardson of the Spokane Police Department, who proudly participates in Kindness 911 program. I always say, I don't let the uniform change me. I'm still going to be the same person who shows compassion. In a time when headlines are often filled with conflict, Kindness 911 is a powerful reminder that acts of goodness are everywhere and sometimes even come with a citation number. That's a sweet story. I like stuff like this.
I wonder if it cancels out any other citations that are negatively impacted.
No, I don't believe they do. And nor should they. Nor should they. If you mess around, you still got to find out. You know what I'm saying? You still got to, pay the law. Ads, thank you for the 5. Adding another beautiful quote to the show today. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. Dr. Seuss. I love Dr. Seuss. He's so great. Russell Hall 5 says North American wood turtles are quite intelligent and possibly common snapping turtles. That's it. The rest are rock stupid. Okay, sure. Thanks, Russell. Ads for 2 says, don't touch that squirrel nuts, Willy Wonka. Don't touch that squirrel's nuts, Willy Wonka. That's right. Don't do it. I like those kind of initiatives though. I'm a firm believer in what's it called? Positive reinforcement. I think positive reinforcement works. So I'm for that. This next story is also pretty awesome. Very creative. I didn't know that you could fold towels this creatively. So this is it. It says hotel guests and housekeeping staff start epic towel animal showdown. What started as a simple gesture turned into a full-on towel animal war, and it was adorable. During her hotel stay, one guest returned to her room to find a surprise waiting on the bed. A perfectly folded towel animal, courtesy of a thoughtful hotel employee. Delighted, she decided to respond with a towel creation of her own. Each day, the staff guests took turns crafting more adorable towel sculptures, trying to one-up each other in the most hilarious and creative ways possible. What began as a single swan turned into a full-blown exhibit of folded towels. This is actually amazing. Here we go. So, because they're just talking Russian and nobody understands that anyway. So it starts out with
What is that supposed to? Oh my god, a snail!
Yeah, this one's a
I don't know what that
snail.
first one was.
That was a swan. It's like the classic swan.
What is this? A pig?
I think that's a
It's
dog.
a bunny. Is
Or
it
a
is
dog?
it
Yeah.
a dog or a bunny? That's what it looks like. I don't know. I can't tell. There's two
Aw,
swans
that's
kissing.
cute.
And they left some money in the middle. There you go.
They're like, this is how you tip.
That's
Uh,
cool. Russian nesting doll.
A Russian nesting doll. That's really cool. Here's
An
a-
elephant.
Here's an elephant.
Yeah, an elephant.
It's a turtle. Here's a dinosaur.
Oh, these all look okay. These all look kind of creepy to me. I'm sorry.
That's
This is
cool.
getting like intense. Is this like the never-ending story? Like what? What is that?
Oh, we got a guy hanging off the.
Some dude hanging off. It's like that's like the hang in there, baby kind of
Coat
thing.
hanger. Yeah. Hang in there, kitty. Yep.
Yeah. This is the lady. Here's a
That-
crocodile eating a swan.
That's morbid. The guy using the toilet.
Some guy in the toilet.
Oh, that's
Oh my
impressive.
god, I would.
That would scare some people.
So
That's
creepy to
scary.
me.
They just went through your bags.
I know they put your clothes on them. Look,
They made more. Oh my god. The snake,
okay, a
Teddy
little
bear.
Is that a bear? It's cute.
crabs, and like sea creatures.
Jellyfish. Yeah.
See, this is fine. Like that's cute.
Yeah, these are
A lot
cute.
less creepy than the people.
Yeah, definitely. When we go into like the people territory, it became creepy. Like that one was the creepiest one. This one, I was like, if I
Yeah.
walked into my room and this thing was waiting for me, I would be screaming. Like, what the f- is that?
There's someone in my room using my bed.
He stole my glasses. What the hell? That's but it's very creative. I love when people do creative stuff. So I mean, some of these are next level. Like, look at this. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Or like this one here.
Riding a giant dinosaur or seahorse or something.
Yeah, like he's like riding it. I mean, I don't even think that's a towel at this point. Is that a
That's
sheet?
a pillow, I think. Yeah.
Like this is. I'm sorry. This is. I don't mean to sound a little bit negative, but I would be kind of mad. Like, okay, now I have to take this apart in order to use this stuff.
No, but the person in the room was
small
given it as
animals are cool, but
as-
this
as-
is like taking my pillow and everything.
yeah, you're like, oh my god, okay, that's enough. You're like, okay, you win the war, man. You win the war.
Like these are fine. They're kind of creepy, but they're fine. But then you have like the ones where they're using their clothes
Yeah. I think the creepiest one would be if there was like a little towel person that was hanging themselves from the shower.
Oh my God, that would be terrible.
Like, imagine you had to like use the restroom, like you held it the entire day, and you have to go to the restroom, and you come back, and there's a fucking towel person on the toilet.
You're like, oh my God, I really wanted to go to the bathroom, and now I have to ruin this work of art.
Swipe that guy right off the seat so you can go. And be like, I would have taken a picture, but I had to go, so it's gone. It's destroyed now. All that effort, all those hours wasted.
Ian So Forth for 25. Thank you. Says, thank you for the fun designs. Please refrain from putting my towels in the toilet bowl in the future. I know that's you're like, please, what? No. This is terrible. But thank you. Yes. That's hilarious. You're like, I'm torn whether I should love this or hate this. John Thomas over on Rumble sends in $5, says, I failed the
Rorschach test?
Yeah, that I can't say that. Say that again.
Rorschach
test. Why isn't it spelled the way it sounds? Rorschach.
I couldn't tell you. I don't think it's by default an English word. It's probably sounds Germanic, but it's spelled as close to how you pronounce it as I guess you could.
He says that he thought the elephant was a vajayjay. Oh my, John Thomas, my goodness.
Well, it's not.
Wow.
Actually, it's not intended to be anything specific. You're supposed to interpret what is on your mind at the time.
Right. Well, now we know what's on John Thomas's mind.
And I'm sorry that he's seen such weird ones because normally they don't have flaps the size of elephant ears.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. Thanks for admitting that, John Thomas, for our laughter. That's amazing. It's almost as good as me, admitting that I like sniffing paint. Retix 771, thank you for gifting a membership to the chat. Very kind of you. And we got ads again for another $5, sharing another beautiful quote. Before you diagnose yourself with low self-esteem or sadness, first make sure that you aren't in fact just surrounded by idiots. That's a freaking great quote.
Mm-hmm. Good life advice.
That's great. By William Gibson. Very good life advice. Thank you. We're coming up to basically the end of the show, but I do have one more story to share with you guys. And hopefully it'll put a smile on your face and remind you that summer is starting now. So maybe you can go out and make yourself a giant hot dog boat like this guy did. Ohio man makes waves with his fully functional hot dog boat. Connor Sonnersberg isn't just sailing, he's sizzling. The Ohio native has captured hearts and headlines after cruising around Lake Erie in what might be the most delicious-looking watercraft ever, a fully functional hot dog boat. Yes, you read that right, a hot dog boat. And it isn't just a novelty float. It's a custom one-seater vessel that can hit speeds of up to 24 miles per hour, drawing stunned stares and delighted laughter from the onlookers wherever it goes. Videos of Connor zooming across the lake in his sausage-shaped speedster quickly went viral over the weekend, with people sharing clips across social media. It's hard not to smile watching a giant hot dog glide through the water like it's the most normal thing. There he is, just riding around his hot dog boat. Stephanie, would you like to ride around the hot dog boat? You're muted.
Sorry, my dogs were barking. That looks like a lot of fun.
It looks like so much fun. I love it.
And that's over on Lake Erie. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's actually not far from where I am. I'm by
really?
Yeah, because you have Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Superior. They're all around that southern Ontario region.
You should go and see if you can spot this guy's hot dog boat.
I probably will. I'll have some time next month, so that'll be cool.
Here is his Instagram. Let me go to it. He has more videos of his hot dog boat, which is fun. Should be like, I found out about your boat from this girl, Nina Infinity. Here's the boat. Is there
that a
barbecue in it? Huh.
is that a grill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What the hell? That's awesome.
I mean, you
know,
can't reach
that's
it while you're
weird.
driving because it's too far away. But when you park and you're pretty good.
I don't know what this is. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Does he have another video of him? Okay, hold on.
Things aren't just for trucks, they're for hot dogs too.
We've never done bedliner material on a hot dog before, but we'll give it a shot.
Today's the day we're turning my truck, trailer, and hot dog into fully protected beasts. Let's go behind the scenes with the crew at Linex. After gave the trailer a layer of Linex premium coating so the Linex lineup.
Linex like turning
Linex
it.
wasn't just a choice, it was the only protection.
Oh, that's smart. He's doing like promos for these people so he can
So you can pay for, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Let's see what this is.
Measure once, cut twice. And if you cut too big, get yourself a nice little CNC plate. So we're gonna go ahead and put my little plate on and get my
Okay,
the
yeah,
first
he's, like,
time.
he's actually showing how he
Work
made
it
it.
did.
That's
We got a
pretty
couple things
cool.
to tweak.
I'm going to share this dude's Instagram page. Oh wait, why is this link so long? I can't do that. Share. I'm going to share this dude's Instagram on here so you guys can go and check out his page if you want to know how to make your own hot dog boat.
Please share if you do.
If you do end up making a hot dog boat, please let me know and send in pictures and videos so we can share it on the show here. Because it does look funny. Like, well, you know, driving around with this hot dog boat. It does look like a lot of fun. So definitely do it. Wow. I don't know what to say to that.
What a wiener. That's
Definitely. There was, I think, what else did this have to say? Oh yeah, park officials have reached out to him and in hopes of bringing his hot dog boat to a major boat show across the state. And a partnership with the Oscar Mayer company has been formed as well. And I guess they're hoping that they're going to make some Oscar Mayer wiener
boats. You have to go with the wiener car.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
would like to see a Oscar Mayer wiener submarine. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be neat.
That would be awesome. Thank you, ads, for another $10. Very, very appreciated. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it eludes you. But if you turn your attention to other things, it will come and sit softly on your shoulder. Henry David Thoreau. Thank you. Wow. That is true.
Mm.
That is true.
Makes it a lot easier to swat it off your shoulder when it lands, too.
Damn it, script doctor. This hot dog boat business has gotten out of hand. So forth. No way. Is Nina promoting a sausage contest? Look, I like hot dogs. So, but I don't like, I'm not a big hot dog eating contest person. I think that's gross personally.
I saw my very first one. Like Beardo showed it to me. It's the one that he watches like every year. He's obsessed with it, and I had no idea that it was even a thing. And it was on like the 4th of July. We were at the content house, and he showed us what it was, and I just about threw up. I was like, "That's so gross."
It's so gross, especially when they like wet the hot dog and like shove the whole thing down their throat. I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
They don't digest well either when you don't chew them.
Oh.
They go in and out as links. Just
Oh my God.
Oh, so nasty. Nathan's hot dog eating contest. That's what it was. Yeah, thank you. It was Nathan's hot dog. Oh, it was so gross. He was so into it. He's like, look. He's telling us like the lore, and I guess like the guy who's won multiple times was like, okay. So
Oh my God, that is so gross. I've never been into that because I feel like it's just too gross.
It's never the really fat guys in the hot dog eating contest that win. It's always these really tall, thin guys that are
It's all skinny guys. That makes no sense. Russell Hall for 2 says, has the prawn industry been informed of the HD vote? I don't know. I'm sure you can inform them now.
Is there even really a prawn industry anymore? I think it's all gone fully independent with the whole fan websites now.
Yeah, I think everything is basically free on the internet. It's all like, what's the independent? Yeah, it's all independent.
Yeah, they're all
now.
solo acts. So to speak.
Glizzy. What is that guy like? Reg Against the Machine, like the guy.
Reg Against the Machine. That's from undergrads. You're talking about Rage Against the Machine.
Reg Against the Machine because he plays the whole thing like himself.
Yeah,
it's like the one-man band. It was good times. Good times. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with me today. It's been lovely to see both of you, and I'm falling over. It's been lovely to see both of you. Stephanie, tell everyone what you got going on and what you got coming up next.
Well, I have a review for Ironheart episode 1 and Ironheart episode
God, you're
2 will
watching
be
that
on my channel. I am, yeah.
So it was made for
bless
you.
your soul.
Episode 2 review will be out in the next couple of days. And then later on, I think at 5 Central, I'll be going on Kata's live stream with Atreus. It's New Black Street over on their channel. We're going to talk about Ironheart tonight.
Ooh, nice. Well, definitely check that out. And Russell Hall for $2 says, okay, fine. Has Lily Phillips been informed then? I don't know. But next time you line up for her, you can let her know. You guys are awesome. Script Doctor, please let everyone know what you got going on.
Oh, you can find me on my channel tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be doing my show Scripts on Saturdays, where this week we review the screenplay circulating around the industry called Crush. It's about a woman who wakes up in a room with no recollection of how she got there, and the ceiling begins to descend upon her. So it's a nice little contained thriller. We're hoping it will be a thriller. So come stop by tomorrow night and find out if that is the case.
Yay. I apologize, Steel Leg. I apologize for that. I'm sorry. That was probably not the best way to end this show. But thank you, Russell Hall, for that. Script Doctor, it's been really nice to see you. It's always really nice to see you.
Oh, thanks. It's nice being here when the schedule allows me to do that. I've been bouncing around through a number of film sets this past week, and so yeah, happy.
Was that the Reacher set?
That was Reacher season 4.
Yay! That was cool. Did you go out for mojitos after?
No. They yeah, I'll tell you off camera what happened.
Okay, yeah, definitely let me know. Russell Hall for 2 says Russell Hall never plows the same field twice. And on that note, we're going to end the show. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me for the 240th episode of Infinite Hope. I will be back next week for the 241. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'll see you guys next time. Special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted memberships, all that good stuff. Thank you for supporting the channel in the way that you do. It makes it possible for me to do this. So thank you, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oops. That was the wrong one. Bye.
I know you want mine, come rain or come shine. Give me some good news. Give me some good news.